Today's Pokemon Pocket deck was surprisingly consistent for me despite all the coin flips it contains. Seeking in particular, I think, is a pretty underexplored Pokemon Pocket card that's actually quite powerful. While it leaves a bit to be desired in the Pikachu matchup, it feels stellar against things like Mewtwo, where even a little bit of a high roll can quickly end the game in your favor. And if you're running close to average, Seeking is still dealing 40 points of damage per turn for just a single energy, which is solidly on rate for 100 HP stage 1 Pokemon. Lapras EX is really the headliner of this deck, though. While you do occasionally get stupid Misty high rolls where you win the game and your opponent can't compete, I was genuinely impressed with this deck's ability to stall with Seeking and Kangaskhan while we built up 3 energies on Lapras EX organically, so that way its built-in healing in tandem with our 2 copies of Potion allowed us to run away with games where our opponent just couldn't keep up. At any rate, I'll let the Seeking and Lapras gameplay speak for itself from here. If you enjoy what you see, be sure to smash that like button for the rest of the day. Have fun. Playing Pocket, it feels better to actually see games play out. Are we in sub-only mode? No, we've been in sub-only mode for a very long time. Not sure how long it's been since you stopped by, Mr. Milky. But that, was a very brief period during Snap. Bug Catcher Clay asking if Butterfree is playable feels on point. I think the least bad Butterfree deck is probably Executor EX Butterfree, but I would definitely classify it as least bad as opposed to good. I think yeah, Andrew, my plan moving forward is to silo the live streams on the YouTube side. So when we're streaming Pocket, I'll be live on the Hoaglandia Pocket. When we're streaming Snap, we'll be live on the Jeff Hoagland channel. Splitting the viewers between the two was causing there to be less total viewers on the YouTube side. Pito Graham, thank you for the almost 5 years. Welcome back. I was playing against a Mewtwo deck that got 2 Gardevoirs online. I was terrified I was about to get emote spammed. God, Marvel Snap players are such injured creatures. We live such traumatized lives. They don't have another basic here. The Sabrina pulling the Charizard up is pretty good. What's the least bad Brock deck? I think Brock Sandslash is actually pretty alright. Onyx Sandslash. If we do an Onyx Kabutops deck, 100%. I think that's super reasonable. They didn't play out their other basic, leaving them exposed to Sabrina. Seems like a huge mistake. Most fun Weezing Koga deck. I like to interact a lot. I mean, if interaction's your goal, the Arbok build is definitely for you. I like a 1 of Muck and a 1 of Weezing, 1 of Grimer in that build. Weezing Arbok's definitely the most interactive Weezing build by a bit. It's sort of weird that I enjoy the fact in Pocket I can just not play on days where I'm not feeling it. I just log in, open packs, do a Wonder Pick or 2, and then I'm done. I think that fact will likely be a big part of what contributes to Pokemon Pocket's success in the long term. It's also part of why I would bet we likely won't see a ranked ladder with a ton of at all, or if they do, with many rewards tied to it. I think they've very explicitly structured the systems in Pocket so you can play the game when you're enjoying playing the game, but also you can keep up in 2 minutes a day. A big part of what leads to burnout in games like Magic Arena and Hearthstone and Marvel Snap is forcing people to play games when they're not feeling up to it. You're a decent partner to play with, Tentacruel. I think Starmie EX is the best water card by a lot. I have coworkers who've been playing this game since launch and they've never played a game against a human. They're just showing off cards they've collected. Yep. Alright, there are 2 potions, means that this Charizard gets to clear my Lapras, and then maybe they hit some good variants and live my Seaking or my Kangaskhan. They'll also have to burn down to 2 energy here on the Charizard. So they won't be able to clear Seaking or Kangaskhan in 1 hit. Oh, the Goldeen is guaranteed lethal. Oh, yeah, good shout. No, if I'm being honest, the longer I've experienced Marvel Snap's weekly card releases, the more I wish they did more traditional releases. I also think Pokemon Pocket is positioning itself to have a really good system where they not only are having sets of cards every 6 weeks is what the data might say, but we also have smaller card drops via things like the Lapras event in between. So, like, I think if Pocket's goal was to have, like, card releases every 6 weeks in sets, and then twice in between those card releases, you had a Lapras-style event where they released a couple of other mechanically unique cards, I think that's a pretty awesome release cadence. It's kind of a best of both worlds. You have some regular style releases, like traditional card game style releases, and then you also have like a more of a drip feed style thing. What's better, 0 or 80 or guaranteed 40? They're just kind of different. If you're not unlucky, the 0 to 80 is much better. Irby, thank you for the 5 bucks. Appreciate it. Morty it is then. Yep, for many of you, 40 is better. Alright, I put an energy on, they hit me for 50. I put an energy on, they knock me out. I put Lapras up. Why don't we see Maui and Firo played? Mostly because you get a guaranteed energy every turn. So having a 50% chance to deny your opponent energy is pretty minimal upside. Howdy Pop. Sure. With the potion here, I'm pretty happy to put Kangaskhan up. We'll do this. We'll potion. Oh! Should have played the Giovanni. Should have trusted Mama, chat. Should have trusted she was gonna throw hands. Didn't believe hard enough. Opponent's like, actually, I'd prefer the Seaking. Please, please put the Seaking up. night. Is there a consensus on a Blaine deck yet? I mean, there's a consensus list that a lot of people are playing, but from a data-driven perspective, the Blaine deck's only okay. It really struggles into the Pikachu matchup. You've cleared my Kangaskhan and moved Lapras to the front of the line. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out for him here. I'll hold that in case I draw a second Lapras we want to try and charge up. Yeah, I think we're done here. Hey, Shadowcat, thank you for the half a year. Welcome back. Truly the most skill-testing mirror match in Pokemon Pocket, the Misty Mirror. Is Poliwrath unusable? He is, unfortunately. He's very similar to Melmetal in that its ability is just not great when people are hitting you for big singular chunks of damage. I put in energy, they hit us for 40. I put in energy, they knock us out. We hit them for 80. So I'm just letting Kangaskhan be a meat shield here. I think generally speaking, Meowth is worse than playing something like Kangaskhan, who buys you more card draws by virtue of soaking damage. I think most decks where people are playing Meowth are just better playing Kangaskhan instead. Yeah, Kang can also punch when that's optimal. In this case, they had first energy advantage, so my Kang's not punching here, but generally speaking, it's solid. What are their win condition is from here? Is it just like double Sabrina? But if I draw a Seeking, we should even get through that, right? Even with the first Sabrina, the Lapras is going to clear this after they take their second knockout point, right? They're playing 18 Trader Articuno, so we're just playing cards out here, so when they red card us, we're more likely to redraw our potions and Seeking. This game being a good example of showing the value of 5th basic adds in a deck like this. Just being able to, like, put the Kangaskhan up front and be like, okay, this is taking hits for us. It's not a big deal. You have double potion? You do not. So we're done here, yeah? No double potion, no problem. Yeah, I think we heal up here, yeah? And then we're winning this race. Hey, thanks MDY, appreciate you being here. Our decks honestly generated pretty solid games. We had one game where we like high rolled a triple Misty Head and like obviously won that, but like I'm honestly kind of impressed at how many games were just like Kanga and Seaking are like giving us time to set Lapras up. Yeah. That's kinda guess. Is Lapras EX preferred to Articuno in the EX in this deck because of the healing? My dearest gamers, I copied a deck list off of the internet. If you're gonna live or die by the Misty anyways, you might as well play the sweeter card. Am I collection complete? I am. It takes about 300 USD to get collection complete in Pokemon Pocket. ZXCV, thank you for the year and a half. Welcome back. I do not think Mew is a remotely playable card, no. The total include alter. No, functional card complete. Well, I'm well over double the, I'm well over double the minimum to get functional card complete and still don't have all the cosmetics. Them's the whale bait. I only got one Lapras EX from the event. Oof. I kind of want a potion here so we don't die to a Giovanni. Been free to play since the New Zealand beta. I'm less than 10 cards from complete collection. Yeah, it's about 45 days, a little more. They put me to 30, I go to 50. We're gonna be dead to Giovanni on the Primeape still, yeah? Wait, you're hitting my Seaking instead of hitting my Lapras? That's so good for me. 2 Rogs! Thank you for the 15 months. Welcome back. Who's the best partner for EX Blastoise? The best performing Blastoise decks have been builds that stall before playing him out. So playing things like Baby Mewtwo and Kangaskhan. Actually, I actually have a couple of Blastoise decks highlighted in my updated meta report from builds that did well at the weekend tournaments. My editor is working on that as we speak. It should be up in a couple hours, I imagine. You're going back and forth on some stuff before I went live this morning. I spent $50, been playing since the New Zealand launch, and I'm one Jolteon away from functionally complete. Yeah, that tracks. Giovanni is about to be great. Two rugs. This is probably the game. The many YouTube videos have been good. I'm glad you're enjoying them. Have a good Good time putting them together. What's the difference between the hourglasses and the refreshed monthly hourglasses? The refreshed monthly hourglasses come back, and they're more expensive because they come back. Yeah, there were a few different Machamp decks that put up over the weekend. Yeah, the ones without the refresh timer don't refresh. They're one and done. We have math behind whether a deck wants 3 energy or only 2 energy. I do not believe there are any remotely competitive... I do not believe there are any remotely competitive 3-color decks. I'm not convinced there's remotely competitive 2-color decks. We have some that like sporadically put up results, but not a ton. Gilgib. What's a competitive control deck? Pokemon Pocket doesn't really have control decks in the traditional sense. Compared to a game like Magic the Gathering, for example. There's like decks that stall a little bit is probably the closest thing. Oh my, we're playing a game? Do I want to put the other Lapras on the bench? I don't think so. It exposes me to, Sabrina. Any trainer cards you'd like to see added, non-tutor ones? I don't know. Boss's Orders would be cool. I actually think Boss's Orders would be one of the singular worst cards they could add to Pokemon Pocket. I think one of the incredibly good design decisions they made with this game was having Retreat Cost and Giovanni, or having X Speed and Sabrina instead of Boss's Orders and Switch. I think the lower total power level on the trainers is a very good thing. It was a tough, close game, but we managed to sneak out the one where we flipped 3 heads on Missy on turn 1. Yeah, Boss's Orders is Sabrina, where the person playing it gets to pick what gets pulled up.